Hello, my name is Zach Watson. I'm the author of Ideas Over Coffee, and I want to thank Chelmsford Library for allowing me this opportunity to present to you all. So, a little bit about myself. I'm 26 years old, grew up in Foxborough, Massachusetts, went to Mass Amherst for engineering, went to Mass Lowell for my master's degree in education, and I'm currently a middle school 8th grade math teacher at the Robinson Middle School. And I've been doing that this is the end. I just finished my second year at that school. And one of the things that I really love doing is teaching my students more than just math. I think sometimes that we as teachers, we want to give so much to our students, and sometimes there's just not enough time in the period to teach that. So what I did to remedy that was I started writing. I started coming up with all the things that I end up teaching my students and all these little tidbits of information and insights that I've gotten from reading somewhere around 70 books in the past couple of years, whether it be audiobook or it be paperback. And so it's the idea started to evolve into almost like my own textbook for how to live. So Ideas Over Coffee is what it turned into. It's 104 different ideas that I've gained through the past couple of years from taking the Landmark Forum, as well as the Landmark Curriculum for Living and some other leadership programs, as well as reading a lot of things by Tony Robbins, Darren Hardy, Jim Rohn, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Ferriss, and a lot of other personal development experts. I just finished doing a TED Talk about a month and a half ago, and I'll leave the link below here, and you can find it on YouTube. It's on how to set goals, how to make your dreams come true, as I have now published a book, which has been on my bucket list for a long time, and I have married my wife, Alyssa, and a lot of people think I'm pretty young to get married. Along with the book, I have a YouTube channel called Zach's Daily Think Share. Every day I speak on something that I've been thinking about, something I've been reading about, something that's going on in my life that I'm dealing with that I want to share with people. So one of the things I do is meditate, and I'm always listening to and observing my own thoughts and noticing that I am not my thoughts. So what I try to teach my students and what I try to teach a lot of people in my life is that even though we have all these thoughts, that does not mean that we are those thoughts. We can observe them and notice that we're kind of like the room or the space that those thoughts occur inside of. So when we have those crazy things going on in there, we can just know that it's okay, we're human, and that happens. So that's one of the things I talk about in my book. So one of my favorite chapters to talk about in my book is the myth of the birthday wish. So as you all know, when you go to blow out your candles and people say, "What do you wish for?" you say, I'm assuming you guys all answered that, right? So people say, "No, I can't tell you or else it won't come true," right? I proved that wrong these past couple of years by having 3 years in a row my birthday wish came true because I said it out loud. I didn't have a party planned for my 23rd birthday, and I wanted to do something awesome. And as I'm sure many of you have Facebook accounts, on the Facebook feed I had like 107 notifications for people writing on my wall. I said I would love to have an awesome, meaningful conversation with all these people, and I realized it wasn't necessarily possible because I didn't have enough time in the day. I said, you know what? My real intention is just that these people have awesome lives today because they said happy birthday to me. So I want them to go out and I want them to talk to people that maybe they wouldn't get to see for their birthday and just tell them that they love them for no other reason, just to spread a little bit of love that day. And I wanted their birthday gift to me to be put that person's name or the relationship. Like I called my brother, I called my sister, I called John, I called Joan, and write their name or relationship on my wall so I could see how much love I'd spread that day. So at the end of the day, I ended up with like 16 or 17 posts on there with people's names. And ever since then, every time I've had a party since, right before I blow out my candles, I say, I wish that everybody here would get on the phone and call someone that they love and tell them that they love them. And it's come true 3 years in a row. One of my other favorite chapters to talk about in my book is No Spoons in the Sink. It's a metaphor for my relationship with my wife, Alyssa. She really is my life. Many of you have lived with other people. You leave a spoon in the sink because, maybe you just wanted a scoop of peanut butter and then you throw it in there. they put some butter on their bread, and the question is what to do with the knife. They see the spoon in the sink and they say, I'll just throw it in there, instead of going to the dishwasher and actually dealing with it. And then the next person comes by and they have some cereal, they get a spoon and a bowl, and then they say, I'll just put it in there because there's already stuff in there. Why bother, since no one's taken the effort to do that? Why should I put it into the dishwasher as well? So if you take a look at the metaphor with a relationship, a lot of times we have these little annoyances, little things that come up, they enter our brains, and we're like, nah, it's not worth talking about. I don't want to get anyone upset. I don't want to argue. I don't want to have a serious conversation right now. I think what a lot of couples do out there, and as a side note, I proposed to my wife in 93 days, and this is the reason why I think we work. I have a mathematical explanation for it. Many couples out there, they'll leave these things in the sink. They won't deal with the dishwasher until it's piled up and no one wants to deal with it. And in our metaphor here, it's sort of like they have all these annoyances, all these problems, grievances that go unsaid until finally someone blows up at the other person for apparently no reason, when in fact it's just a bunch of really small things combined up to make one big problem. And so what me and Alyssa do is whenever problems come up, we've talked to each other, we've decided we need to deal with it ASAP. Thank you for your time today. Thank you, Chelmsford Public Library, for having me. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today. I'm at a first-time homebuyers workshop working on one of my bucket list items. If you'd like to contact me, feel free to get in contact with me through emails on the business card. And books on sale for $10 today rather than the $15.93 on Amazon. And check out my TED Talk. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber on my YouTube channel. Thank you, and stay weird.